Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me. Please confirm if you don't.
We can hear you clearly.
Perfect. Okay. So hello, everyone. We are very glad to be here as well. We represent SimCorp from Copenhagen, Denmark, and today we will present to you our green computing solution for finance. But first, let us introduce ourselves. I am Vasilia, and I am a senior software engineer in product division.
And hi, I'm Valiant. I'm a senior business consultant, and I'm working in education services.
And hello, everybody. My name is Wojciech, and I'm a technical leader in product division of SimCorp.
With regards to the company we represent, we are the world's leading provider bringing integrated software solutions to investment managers. And that is, examples of our clients could be asset managers, pension funds, insurance companies, etc. We are servicing the global buy-side market with approximately 1,300 potential clients. We were established in 1971 in Copenhagen, Denmark, and we are part of C25, the leading stock index on Nasdaq Copenhagen. We have more than 25 offices all over Europe, North America, and Asia Pacific, with more than 1,900 employees. Going to the Young SDG Innovators program, the challenges we have identified with regards to sustainability in our organization have mostly to do with gaps in corporate strategy and sustainability. And we have identified 3 types of challenges which are pretty much interconnected. First, there is weak connection between corporate strategies for cloud transformation and sustainability. And that is those strategies are developed in isolation, not simultaneously, because there is no internal sustainability tradition, and we don't really leverage the sustainability opportunities that are out there in the market for us. Second, there is a lack of focus on technologies that will enable us to move into a more sustainable future. That is, the strategy does not recognize that new development should focus on cloud-native, energy-efficient apps. Last but not least, the current internal code development process does not take sustainability into account. There are about to exist standard processes and tools to ensure green code, but they are not explicitly recognized and used internally. The SDGs that we have found relevant for our challenges are SDGs 8 and 13, namely target 8.4, improve resource efficiency in consumption and production, and target 13.3, build knowledge and capacity to meet climate change. Moving on to the solution process, we have divided our solution into 3 pillars, and for each of the pillars, we have set minimum, aka very much achievable goals, and desired, aka very much ambitious goals. With regards to the cloud transformation challenge and its connection to sustainability, as a minimum goal, we have said that in the next 3 years, at least 30 clients will get the current product deployed in the greenest cloud. And as a desired goal, that in the next 5 years, all products are cloud-enabled, and we use telemetry data in order to optimize the resource consumption. With regards to new functionalities as cloud apps, in the next 2 years, at least 3 new cloud-native apps will be deployed to the clients. And as a desired goal, in 3 years from now, every new functionality is deployed as cloud-native app. With regards to the sustainable development process, as a minimum goal, in the next 2 years, a pilot development process with focus on green code will be established in product division. And as a desired goal, in 3 years from now, all product division teams will successfully deliver functionalities using fully established green code practices. With regards to the first 2 solution pillars, we have decided to gather data center data per region and per client, because as the first step, we want to enable a CO2 emission comparison between current on-premise and future cloud data centers. The screenshot you see below represents average energy consumption, and it's data taken from one of our servers. It is 1 month worth of data within a 5 minutes interval, and it's just to show you that there has been some progress on that matter so far from us. As a second step, we want to make it possible to optimize the resource consumption of our software at our clients once they are in the cloud. And third, we would like to assess and motivate higher energy efficiency of the new cloud-native solutions. Coming to the third solution pillar, with regards to the green sustainable code, we would first like to introduce you to that concept. There is a general definition, but the standardization is still a work in progress. So what is green sustainable code? In general, green software could be considered any computer environment. We as a team have identified that there is a Green Software Foundation established in May 2021, which is a non-profit with a mission to create a trusted ecosystem of people, standards, tools, and best practices for building green software. Among its steering members is Microsoft and GitHub. We have already collaborated with them with regards to other matters. And we would like to approach them and collaborate even more on the sustainability. How this can be applied in our organization? Well, on a macro level, by becoming an active member of this foundation, we as SimCorp will assist in defining global best practices. And as a second step, it will be very important to maintain an overview of processes and tools internally as a basis for every sustainable code development from now on. That will also be cost efficient because we will avoid time waste of rewriting code or training new employees. In a micro level, we would like to apply a bottom-up approach. So as a first step, we would like to understand if software engineers know the environmental impact of their code and know the impact that they have on a daily basis. As a second step, we would like to engage them in solution brainstorming for each team and department, because they are the ones that will totally come up with brilliant ideas on how to tackle this on a daily basis. Last but not least, we would like to dedicate a sustainability subject in every agile or development sprint. That said, I will finish my presentation here and I will say thank you for your attention. It's an honor for us to be here and we are ready for any feedback or questions.
Excellent. That's quite a few seconds saved. Over to our judges now. Helen, perhaps you'd like to go first this time.
Oh, thank you so much. I was hoping I could follow somebody else to see how it worked the last time around. Unfortunately, the team I was had some technical problems joining, but I will get going. I'll do my best. I actually was trying to understand what the specific measures were related to the change that you're trying to drive. So if you put this into practice, working with the foundation, identifying sustainability options within the agile sprints and development work you're doing, like I don't quite understand what that means and how you would measure it. So, and that might be my own, I don't have a strong background in software and technology, the kind of design work that you do, but understanding the measurement piece and maybe tying it back a bit more concretely to the indicators within those sustainable development goals that you've identified that align to your project. It's more of a comment and maybe a bit of a question.
All right, I will allow myself to try to clarify and give you a little bit more background. So to the question about, so what you're exactly asking about, as I understand, is how we are going to track introducing green coding within our teams within Agile framework. We use the word story. What is the story? We have features that are divided in stories, and to deliver a functionality to our clients, we are going to basically always devote at least one story that will have to have anything to do with sustainability. What it basically means is we are going to measure if given feature that we introduce in our software, in our new product, in our new functionality, actually keeps the level as it is or reduces it. And we will try to monitor if we are actually introducing features that are going red, that are going actually negative. How we are going to track it? We are going to involve basically more time into working with, for example, system performance of our software, how it performs, how usable it is. We'll run extra tests, and the price that we're gonna pay, inevitable price, is that it will take more time to implement any feature that our client needs. And the unit, it can be anything. We are running very complex calculations. We can say how many machines we are going to use for a given calculation. This can be exactly directly connected, as you could see in one of our slides, to watts and then kilowatts hours, and in the end, tons of CO2 emissions. And we are going to try to work with it on a running basis, not we implement something and then reduce it over time. I hope that somehow gives you a little bit more clarity on how we want to achieve it.
Yeah, thank you. I think I'll have one more tiny comment and I'll pass it over to my colleagues, and that would be, I think if you're able to be more explicit about some target measures, especially if your company wants to then measure itself against any kind of indices, they often want to see a measure and a goal and something that's kind of a little bit more quantifiable rather than a qualitative story, but like it's linking the quantitative to the qualitative. That's great.
Right. If I can just ask, is it to the story about how we are going to involve it into our production process, how we are going to produce software? That's what you mean. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right, Mary.
Thank you. I think great work to Team SimCorp. Amazing description of the problem, 3 problems that you're trying to solve, and also you're very concise on also what you're working on. Your slides, it came out very clearly what really you're working on. I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes of the client and understand how the client journey is right now. Yeah.
Would you like to go ahead? All right, so I'll take that one. Thank you for the question. So the client journey is as we try to foresee what is going to happen in compute world, we are going to get more and more data, which is inevitable. The data grows exponentially. I think in the next 2 years, we're going to have as much data produced as we produce up until now. That's just the scale. Our clients, or you as our client, as you said, you will experience more pressure. You will need to produce more computations. You will need to store more data. What we propose right now is that we do it in a smarter way, in a more not only cost-efficient way, but very much energy-efficient way. I think you also, as a financial organization, you'll be also regulated, and you'll need to report certain measures that will tell that you're actually on track. And if SimCorp and our software is one of your biggest consumption producers, one can say, you would probably reach out to us and ask, what are we doing? And that's what we're doing. That's what we're proposing.
Awesome.
Amazing. Thank you. Great work.
Joseph?
Yes, thank you, team. Really appreciate your presentation. I can see how you're trying to optimize what you're already doing, and I think just that kind of mindset of trying to improve and squeeze everything you can out of your existing process is really smart. I do have a clarifying question on the, I'll say, the standards around green coding, because I don't know much about it. Is it embedded, or the standards on green coding embedded in other standards, or is it a separate standard? Is it yet another thing? Just curious.
So currently there aren't actually any standards. This organization that the Green Foundation is relatively new. That is something that was established in May this year. So we don't have anything in our organization today around that. So actually we have a mandate right now to actually reach out to them from our C-level and begin, okay, what are you guys working with? What can we implement? Can we be a part of the organization, actually contribute to building those standards and stuff like that? So that's kind of the direction we're going in.
No, that's interesting, because there's some efficiency that you can gain if you work with the standard bearers in that regard. I do have another question about cost to the end user, the client. Is cost going to be the same? Is it going to be greater? Is it going to be less? What's the value prop on that? On the financial side?
We have 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, so I'll try to take it fast. When you look at the solution that we propose to go more cloud native, you get more tools to reduce cost. And what is great in the situation that we are in, cost efficiency goes with energy efficiency. So that's like, we have to do it. So what it means, for example, a best example of what cloud can be used instead of on-premise data centers, you can basically allocate machines whenever you want, and then deallocate when you're done with the calculations. And I can tell you, it's not that we're running huge computations all the time. We actually have spikes of use in our computations, where rest of the times in normal data centers, machines are just running. but we by rewriting our software propose that we actually can steer this off also and deallocate the machines that we are not using. That's the most crystal clear example I can come up with.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Team SimCorp. Now, 30 seconds. What does your team, question from the audience, what does your team see as likely social implications of your green code solutions?
I would say that just to build up on the answer of Valiant for the second question that or your first question, Joseph, I would say these things are already, people are doing these things. I think developers are already know what they're done, but the thing is that they are not aware that they're actually working with climate change. They are not aware that they're actually doing something for sustainability, and that's the story that we want to build. I think it's all bottom up, so I think that's what we propose in one of our micro level solutions, that to gather actually the ideas, what people think they're doing, me, myself included. I think there's a lot we can do.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Team SimCorp. Excellent presentation. And we have people asking questions about green coding. I think we could probably have that later on. A masterclass would be fantastic from the three of you. Thank you for coming on.